Okay, welcome back everybody to Resident Evil 2. This is part 2. So last time we arrived at the police station. So we've got a choice. We've got a few doors to try and go through. I want to say maybe one of these is locked or a few of them are locked. Like, let's try this one. It's electronically locked. So that's obviously what the computer is for. So again, this is possibly going to be unedited, uncut. But obviously that could change at any minute. Okay, that's also electronically locked. So I guess that only leaves this one up here. Let's go see what's cracking. God damn it, D-pad. So I'm using a Xbox One Xbox controller. I used to have I do have an Xbox 360, which is what I've been using for as long as I can remember. And I guess the D-pad is slightly better on that for turning. Like, I press forward and she kind of veers off in a direction. They just don't make D-pads like they used to. God damn it.
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
Who are you?
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago. Chris, Jill Barry. Every last STARS team member has disappeared. We should have listened to them.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving these zombie-like creatures in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives. But no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
But...
Just go.
Okay. Just hang in there. I'll be back soon.
Well, he still had the strength to get up and lock that door, didn't he? So we've got the key card for this computer now then, I guess. So you may notice that the voice acting is slightly better in this and not completely fucking bizarre. But I do miss the cinematics with the real people. Obviously it's all CGI in this. Or it was in the opening cinematic. All side doors unlock released. So we should have access to both side doors now. Trying to think which is the best one to go in first. I want to say we'll go this way first. Ah, first chest. I'm hoping for clips in this one. God damn it, there's not going to be anything, is there? Son of a bitch. Normally there's like... Oh, in Resident Evil 1 at least, there's 2 clips in there normally. Got 39 bullets. Do I need to reload this gun again? Did I not do that last time? Oh no, it's fine. There's a book here. Have a quick skim, shall we please? This letter is just to inform everyone about the recent movement of equipment that has happened during the precinct's rearrangement. You have to bear with me, so this text is rather difficult to read, considering its font and its, I guess, resolution. Plus, I don't read well. The safe with 4-digit lock has been moved from the STARS office on the second floor to the Eastern office on the first floor. The code is 2236. Raccoon Police Liaison Department. 2236. I will forget that by the time we get to the safe. But I guess it's in the file if we need it. There's no office over by the reception desk. There's an office over by the reception desk, there's no office. That didn't make any sense. Desk is locked. Will you use the lockpick? So this is obviously something Leon wouldn't be able to open. First aid spray. I think something I stated in my original playthrough of Resident Evil 1 was that Chris started with the lighter and Jill started with the lockpick, which wasn't true. I was misremembering this game, which is where Claire starts with the lockpick and Leon gets the lighter as like his version of the item that goes in the top right, which is obviously is a lockpick. Claire. And don't mind that thing just wandering past the window. Too dark to see anything outside. Sure, that thing wandering past was nothing of importance. At least I think Leon starts with the lighter. I'm trying to work out what use that lighter has. This corridor is not much it's very unlike the corridor with the dogs in the first game. All the windows and stuff. Guy's missing his head. An open-close switch for the shutter. Can't be activated since the cord is cut. The head is missing. Seems to have been twisted off. I mean, wouldn't you look up and see what that was dripping from? It's locked. Spade is etched under the keyhole. So we need a spade key, I guess. Don't admire it, run! It's a herb there, but we'll leave that for another day. So these are quite similar to the hunters of Resident Evil 1, I guess. Obviously, you run into them a lot earlier. I mean, they're pretty much the same. I mean, they can jump and take your head off. Obviously, they have a tongue, because they're called the Licker. They can grab you with their tongue. I want to say they're probably a bit easier than hunters, maybe. Maybe not. You don't see as many as you would the hunters. Once you see the hunters in Resident Evil 1, they're everywhere. Where these, I think, are far and few between. At least for now. The report. Operation Report, September 26th. The Raccoon Police Department was unexpectedly attacked by zombies. Many have been even more were killed. Injured, sorry, not urged. Even more were killed during the attack. Communication equipment was destroyed and we no longer have contact with the outside. We have decided to carry out an operation with the intent of rescuing any possible survivors as well as to prevent this disaster from spreading beyond Raccoon City. The details of the operation are as follows. Security of armaments and ammunition. Chief Irons has voiced concern regarding the issue of terrorism due to this series of recent unsolved incidents. On the very day before the zombies attack, he made the decision to relocate all weapons to this. All weapons to what? Scattered? To scattered. Oh. Made the decision to relocate all weapons to scattered low intervals throughout the building. Does that make sense? Relocate weapons to scattered no, that doesn't really make sense to me. Whatever. Throughout the building. Basically, he's scattering out the ammo around the building. That's what I'm getting. As a temporary measure to prevent their possible seizure. Unfortunately, this decision has been made extremely difficult for us to locate all the ammunition caches. It has become our top priority to recover these scattered munitions. To unlock the weapons storage, as stated earlier, it will be extremely difficult to secure all the ammunition. However, a considerable supply still remains in the underground weapon storage. Unfortunately, the person in charge of the card key used to access the weapon storage is missing and will have been unable to locate the key, and we have been unable to locate the key. One of the breakers went down during the battle, and the electronic locks are not functioning in certain areas. It has become a top priority to restore the power in the power room and secure those locks. David Ford. Operation report, September 27th, 1 PM. The west barricade has been broken through and other exchanges an exchange ensued. We sheltered the injured in the conference room on the first floor temporarily. 12 more people were injured in the battle. David Ford. Additional reports. 3 additional people were killed following the sudden appearance of an as of yet unknown creature. This creature is identified by missing patches of skin, razor-like claws. However, its most distinguishing characteristic is its lace-like tongue, capable of piercing a human torso in an instant. Their numbers are well as their location remains unknown. We have tentatively named this creature the Licker. We are currently in the process of developing countermeasures to deal with this new threat. Bullets. Bullets are its countermeasure. Lots of bullets. Okay, let's see what else is in here. Vending machine. Empty soda cans and junk, nothing else. Looks like an operation map. And there's a random bit of suit of armor there, so maybe this was like a recommissioned, like, museum. I never knew that prior to, like, very recently, if that is the case. I'm curious if it says it somewhere. It's a fireplace, an oil painting hangs above it, so this is, the title is, Sacrifice to the Hellfire. So this is similar to the fireplace you see in Resident Evil 1 that gives you the map. I think you light this fire and there's something behind the painting. But obviously we need the lighter, which we don't have at the minute. And I don't think it's a key you get. Okay, so we're going to have to probably deal with that Licker at some point. I feel like he's kind of standing in the way. Uh-oh. Back! Really? That didn't hit him in the head? This is going to get out of hand quick. Oh, very quick. Push him back. Herbs. So, when you get into a lower health, like I'm in caution now, your character will, like, hold their side and stuff. Kind of gives you a graphical view that your character's injured, which you don't really get in number 1. Where are you guys all coming from? Fuck! It's not going too well. So I think this is another safe room. Keep pressing the wrong button to open up my inventory. So we'll combine these herbs and maybe use them. We've got our first aid spray for emergencies. So this is the locker. It's locked. A special kind of key is required. So, I said in the last episode about the super zombie of Brad that can appear underneath the police station. Killing him and getting the key from him unlocks these lockers, which have unique items for each character, but only if you manage to get to the police station without picking anything up. Here we have a red room. I can develop film here. My father used to have a red room back in our old house. Wasn't even as big as that room, really. It was smaller than that. It was my bedroom as well at one point. Nothing to really store, have we? There's another report here. Operation report number 2. September 28th. Early morning, 2:30 AM. Zombies overran the operation room and another battle broke out. We lost 4 more people, including David. Wasn't David the guy who wrote the last report? We're down to 4 people, including myself. We failed to secure the weapon cache, and hope for our survival continues to diminish. We won't last much longer. We agreed upon a plan to escape through the sewer. There's a path leading from the precinct underground to the sewage disposal plant. We should be able to access the sewers through there. The only drawback is that there is no guarantee the sewage disposal plant is free of any possible dangers. We know our chances in the sewers are slim, but anything is better than simply waiting here to die. In order to buy more time, we locked the only door leading to the underground, which is located in the eastern office. We left the key behind the western office, since it's unlikely that any one of those creatures have the intelligence to find it and unlock the door. I pray that this operation report will be helpful to whoever may find it. Elliot Edward. So, it looks like our exit route is through a sewer. Everyone loves a good sewer level. Right, there's an ink ribbon here, so we'll grab this. We won't save it yet, we'll keep this episode going a little longer, I think. But we will store this in here. Alright, should we head upstairs? We can get past this herd of zombies. I apologise for going onto the pause screen constantly, I keep pressing that for my inventory. It's not that button, it's a random button. The B button on my Xbox controller. I don't know why. Ah, he lunged for me, what a dick. No head for you. Can't see what if I can get past you guys or not. Shit. Back! And you, woman. Really don't like what amount of ammo I'm wasting. She dead? Yes, she is, okay. Yeah, we're not looking too good, are we? 13 bullets. Don't leave the dark room door open. It's a random thing to have on the wall there. It's locked. A diamond is etched onto the keyhole. So, diamond and spade we've seen so far. So I don't know if you noticed, this particular room and stairwell is very similar to the one where the safe room is in the mansion. The safe room that's near the entrance to the garden. Like, literally, like, you have this stairwell in the exact same position, and underneath is the, like, safe room. It's, like, literally the exact same. Even the corridor that leads out is, like, the same. Then up here you would have, like, multiple different rooms. This bit's obviously different, but that bit down there is literally identical to the safe room in the mansion. The knob turns, but the door won't budge. It seems to be sealed from the other side. Now, looking at that door, you can see that the bottom is, like, missing. I mean, just kick it down. That's what always bothered me about these games. Like, they're just wooden doors. You've got guns, just shoot them open. Fucking finding keys. Something is written on the mounting. The god of sun and the god of moon. They gaze upon me, and there's only thing... And the only thing that can release Red Soul. What? The god of sun and the god of moon, they gaze upon me is the only thing that can release Red Soul. Oh, okay. So basically, it's pretty simple. We have to move these statues onto these plates here, but not the ones that they're looking at. We have to put them on the opposite ones. So they both statues have to be staring at the statue in the middle, basically. Kind of self-explanatory, really, when you think about it. So I guess we'll get this done. I mean, I don't know why you would do this. If you were just taking shelter in here, you wouldn't be solving fucking puzzles, would you? You wouldn't really think about it. But since we're here, we may as well do it, because we know we're going to need that gem. Something elaborate. Okay, that's one then. Let's do this one. I mean, you could literally just pull that out of there, surely. How tight of grip does he have? Failing that, bash it, shoot it. And again, in this universe, people don't know how to pull items, they can only push. So we have the puzzle of actually working out how to push it properly without having to try and pull it. Right, so we got a red gem. Not quite sure what that's for yet, but maybe we'll find out in due time. A very empty corridor. Stars. This must be the Stars office. Stars office, that's literally what it says. I mean, we weren't exactly expecting to find anyone from Stars here, because that officer said that they lost contact with Chris like 10 days, 10 weeks ago? There were various trophies. One of them reads, Marksman Contest winner Chris Redfield. So here's an interesting picture. Picture of the Stars members. So, I can't tell you who everybody is off the top of my head. Far right is Brad, the helicopter pilot, who would be the super zombie. Next to him in the red is obviously Barry. Under him, I think, is Forrest. He's the guy that gets attacked by the dog at the intro cinematic for the first game. Next to him is obviously Jill. Above her is Wesker, because he's got the shades. Next to Jill again is Chris. Next to Chris is Enrico. He's the leader for Bravo team. And then I'm not quite sure who the others are exactly. The guy next to the guy on the far end of on the left, at the back row, that must be like Forrest, the guy who gets pecked to death. And then the guy under him who's got a red thing on, I don't know who that is. One of them must be... What's the guy that gets bitten by the snake's name? Fuck, I keep forgetting his name. He must be either the guy in the yellow in the middle. I don't think it's the guy in the red on the left. Or who's the guy at the very end? On the left. Stood up. I don't know the other team very well. And obviously you'll notice that Rebecca isn't on here. I thought she was. Because I always find it weird that Rebecca didn't know who like Chris was when they first met. But I guess she hadn't joined until very recently. But I guess we'll find out more about Bravo team when we play Resident Evil 0. Ooh, what have we found? Some bullets, thank God. Any more? I want to say there was normally 2 down here. No, maybe I used to play on easy mode, who knows. There isn't anything useful on this shelf. So would this be Wesker's desk then? It's trash, someone must have searched the desk. I mean, you would assume it's either Wesker's, because Wesker was like the overall leader, right? Yeah, I guess either Wesker's or Enrico's. Appears to be a replica of a gun. The owner is probably a member of the NRA. Don't know what NRA stands for, and I don't know whose desk that is. Barry's, maybe? Looking back at this picture again, I'm wondering if the guy on the far left stood up as the pilot for Bravo team. another book there. We'll have a look at that in a minute. It's a picture of a young man. There's a good chance it's her boyfriend. So that's Jill's desk, because you can see her hat on the desk. And there you can see Chris's leather jacket that's similar to the one I had on, or I have on now. And I think I wore it in... Well, I think I'm wearing it actually in the stream I'm doing of Chris's playthrough on Pod, on the Director's Cut of Resident Evil 1. So what's the jacket he wears? Yeah, this looks promising. Cha-ching! Will you take the grenade launcher? Hell yeah. Now, obviously in the first game, Jill gets the bazooka, which is basically the equivalent to the grenade launcher in this. I don't know if Leon gets it. I wonder if it's the same kind of thing. Whose desk is this then? It's got to be Rebecca's, right? It's got a first aid thing. There are unopened cardboard boxes. It looks like a rookie's desk. So that's got to be Rebecca's then. So I'm never quite sure if Rebecca is meant to survive the first game. Is she in any other game? I wonder who the young man is then. Picture of a young man. There's a good chance it's her boyfriend. And it's got Jill's hat on it, so it must be Jill's desk. Does she have a boyfriend? I don't remember her having a boyfriend. So this must be Chris's desk. Chris's diary. August 8th. I talked to the chief today, once again, but he refused to listen to me. I know for certain that Umbrella conducted T-virus research in that mansion. Anyone infected turns into a zombie. But the entire mansion went up in that explosion, along with the incriminating evidence. Since Umbrella employs so many people in town, no one is willing to talk about the incident. Looks like I'm running out of options. August 17th. I've been receiving a lot of local reports about strange monsters appearing at random throughout the city. This must be the work of Umbrella. I mean, weren't you getting that before the Resident Evil 1 incidents? Because the intro literally starts with, like, people being attacked by 6 or 7 people. Victims were apparently eaten. So surely this isn't new. August 24th. With the help of Jill and Barry. So we know Jill and Barry survived. And Chris, obviously. I finally obtained information vital to this case. Umbrella has begun research on the new G-virus, a variation of the original T-virus. Haven't they done enough damage already? We talked it over and have decided to fly to the main Umbrella HQ in Europe. I won't tell my sister about this trip because doing so could put her in danger. Please forgive me, Claire. Chris's diary has been filed. Will you take the Unicorn Medal? Yes. So that's obviously for the statue back in the lobby. So it talks about going to a base in Europe. Now I'm pretty sure there's a game that came out for the PlayStation 2 which is called Resident Evil Code Veronica. And again you play as Claire. I think you play as Chris as well. I'm pretty sure she goes to Europe then, possibly looking for him. But we'll get to that game in all due time. So what's this over here? We never looked at this, did we? There are various devices. This must be where they gathered information. It's like a radio room. There are various devices. Okay, same thing. So, like, there's a lot of STARS members, but there's only like, what, 1, 2, 3, 5 desks? I guess 6 if you include this one. Where does everybody else sit? Bloody fax machine. Federal Police Department Internal Investigation Report. Mr. Chris Redfield, Raccoon City Police Department, STARS Division. So this was, I guess, mailed to Chris. It's meant to be for Chris. As per your request, we have conducted our internal investigation and discovered the following information. Number 1. Regarding the G-virus, currently under development by Umbrella Inc. So far it is unconfirmed that the G-virus even exists. We're continuing with our investigation. Number 2, regarding Mr. Brian Irons, Chief of the Raccoon City Police Department. Mr. Irons has allegedly received a large sum of funds in bribes from Umbrella Inc. over the last 5 years. He was apparently involved in the cover-up of the Mansion Lab case, along with several other incidents in which Umbrella appears to have direct involvement. Mr. Irons has been arrested under suspicion of rape on 2 separate accounts during his years as an university student. He underwent psychiatric evaluation as a result of the charges, but was released due to circumstantial evidence, as well as his normal academic standing. How did he become chief of police if he raped people? As such, extreme caution is advised when dealing with him. Jack Hamilton, Section Chief, Internal Investigations, United States Federal Police Department. Mail to Chris. So Chief Irons is a bad guy by the sounds of it. Covering up things. Sounds like he works for Umbrella. Traitor. Alright, so we're coming up to the 30-minute mark, so it's probably a good time to call it, maybe. It's locked. Spade is etched under the keyhole. So I think what we'll do, we'll head back to the safe room, since we've now kind of cleared this area now, at least for the time being. So we've got to head back to the safe room anyway. And I guess the only thing left to do now is to go back to the lobby and put in that unicorn medal. But that'll be for next time, I think. Let's head on back down here. So yeah, this is like literally identical to the safe room area, number 1. Like here, Barry or Wesker, I think it can be, can leave like a note here when you come back from the garden that says, "Oh, I left you some supplies in case of trouble." Obviously this room's a bit different, but that layout is pretty much the same. Okay, should we grab an ink ribbon? I guess we better if we want to save. I guess we'll dump things we don't need right now. We'll need the metal, but there will be another chest. Yeah, we'll be fine. We've got plenty of space. Did I just pick up the ink ribbon? Nope. Completely forgot to pick up the ink ribbon. Douche. Let's throw a save. With a save number 2, which is an old save. Dark room. So it's actually called the hall, the lobby area, because that's where we saved it last. It's classed on the typewriter as a hall, which I guess works, but it's a bit of a lame name for a room that big. It's not really a hall, but sure. Anyway, that's it for episode 2. Next time we'll head back to the hall and put in the unicorn medal, I guess, and see what we get. And then explore the other side of the police station. Until next time, bye.